Peace, love, and light, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully, you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully, you've already subscribed to the channel. You guys, if you don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take only what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. Also keep in mind that the roles are interchangeable and you should place yourself where you see fit in the story, you and everybody else, because only you know where your people belong. Okay, you guys, we're gonna get into this in honor of the Scorpio full moon that we're having tonight, okay? So Scorpio, diving right in the pre-shuffle and in meditating on your energy, I get the sense that you are really isolated, almost to the point of like not really dealing with anyone. Scorpio is a sign that tends to just be very guarded with their energy and just their person in general. Scorpio is also a very intuitive sign, right? So you could pick up people's BS from a mile away. And so I feel like that has a lot to do with your ability to socialize, because I feel like when it comes to socializing with others, it's like you rather be home alone than to be involved in places and spaces where the energy is fake, it's superficial, it's shallow, or it's just like meaningless, chitter chatter. You rather just be like, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? So I feel like you're going through a process where you're really spending a lot of time by yourself, but almost to the point of isolation. And so even like when you need to recharge your social battery, yes, it's a good thing to spend time by yourself. I can relate. That's exactly what I do. And honestly, I'm one of those people who spends a lot of time alone, and I do really enjoy it to the point where I have to force myself at times to socialize. And I feel like, Scorpio, that's where you currently are, where Spirit is really encouraging you to do a little bit more socializing. Obviously, you're not going to put yourself in places and spaces where the energy is not real, but when you think about the people that you care about and you love, or maybe even feeling called or drawn to reach out to someone, you should do that. You should follow that. Because it's important also to show people that you care and allow them to show up in your life in a caring, loving way as well. Okay, so for some of you, Spirit is telling me, to remind you that you are not alone. Okay, no matter how you may feel or it may seem, you are never alone, and there are people who care about you. You do have a community of people who love you and genuinely want to support you. And so when it comes to allowing yourself to be around certain people, go where the love is, okay? And you know where those spaces are. It's okay to connect with people in that way, okay? Because when you're going through that process of, I feel like there's something that you might be considering or something, and you might need or be looking for advice. But Scorpio, being a sign that is, again, very guarded, and no shade to my Scorpio gang, but Scorpio could be very prideful as well. Okay, Scorpio could just, you got a big ego. And I could hear somebody on the other side like, it's not ego. Like, I just know what I know. That kind of thing. But Spirit is really encouraging you to reconnect, because a lot of you are spending too much time by yourself. Spirit is saying, you should have a healthy balance of both, right? Be open to the world, but also take time to focus on what's happening within you, right? So when you connect with other people, it's important for you, let's say at the end of the day or at the end of socializing, you come back home and you reflect and you assess yourself and how you felt, and sit with maybe, why did I feel the way that I felt, to just get to know yourself just a little bit deeper, and how certain things trigger you, fuel you, or take from you. Okay, Spirit is also saying that you are there might be something that you are contemplating on doing, and Spirit is saying it's okay for you to follow in the direction where nobody else is going. And I feel like that's the energy for Scorpios, period. Like, Scorpios are not following the crowd, okay? They're like, Scorpios are doing their own thing. Like, you could do that. You gonna go left, I'm going right, and that's okay if if everybody goes left. Matter of fact, because everybody's going left, I'm gonna go right. And I feel like that's the Scorpio energy right now. But Spirit is saying, yeah, if that is you and that's how you typically do things, this is like the best time for you to follow, go with your gut, follow what your intuition is telling you. If your intuition is telling you this is the time to make this move, to invest in here, then, you know, follow that, honor that, okay? Because it's gonna prove to be lucrative for you. This might not be for everybody, but some of you may be really into photography, or may do things with cameras. Or, you know, maybe you're on at the front of a camera or something like that. I don't know. That might not be for everybody. Maybe one or two of you. Oh, that's interesting. One of my brothers is Scorpio, and he actually is currently, or just actually just finished filming his movie. So Los, if you watching this, yeah, this is also for you. Yeah, that's interesting though, because I just picked that up. I say that because I see this guy here on this card, and he's holding a camera. Like, I don't mean to be doing my middle finger there, but he's holding a camera, okay? So that might be significant. So it's like, for those of you who have some sort of a project, a passion project that you want to pursue, is like, yes, Spirit says, do that, go, follow it, go with your gut, go with your intuition, because it's going to prove to be lucrative for you, okay? Spirit, what messages do you have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign? And honestly, this is, I'm saying this in honor of the full moon in Scorpio. We're doing this reading, but this message is meant for you whenever it finds you, whenever it reaches you. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords that fell out, and this is about facing your fears. So again, Scorpio, I feel like there's something that you want to do, and with the Lovers flipping out here, I feel like you are beginning to face your fears. And I feel like part of that for some of you might be putting yourself out there, okay? Because again, Scorpio could be a little prideful, okay? Or just like you're the loner, and so you're so used to being the loner that even placing yourself in situations where you're just mingling with people, it's like you will be on the fence, Scorpio. Like, I don't want to seem desperate, or I don't need these people. That's what I'm hearing. Like, I don't need to be around these people. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And Spirit is saying, no, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to let people see you, right? To show people love. Okay, with the Lovers card, yeah, there's a decision that you're trying to make here. The Five of Cups came out. Okay, so some of you may be experiencing a loss, or just maybe trying to fight those fears of connecting with other people. With the Lovers card here, this is a union, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partnership, although for many people it might be, okay? Because the Lovers is a very strong divine connection. But for you, Scorpio, right now so far, I feel like this is talking about just community in general. Some of you, it might be pertaining to a specific person that you're trying to decide on whether or not to move toward them, or like connect with them. I do feel like this could have been somebody in the past that you experienced disappointment with, or you disappointed them with the Five of Cups. And also, what I'm getting with that Five of Cups, oh wow, I just, like, all my hair stood up. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like, I got goosebumps. Some of you just feel, I'm getting like that Four of Cups, this is the Five of Cups, energy of like, I'm just tired of putting myself out there or connecting with people and feeling disappointed. Like, I'm tired of people letting me down. I'm tired of opening up and it turns out to be nothing. Tell me more here for Scorpio. Again, and this, yeah, the Fool. So taking a leap of faith. This energy has been coming up a lot, okay? And for some of you, this could be taking a leap of faith to move, like literally move. again, like actual physical movement, move from your apartment into a house or from one house into another. So yeah, but this requires a risk, right? The Fool says, the Fool says to take the leap. Okay, you're not going to see, you take the leap and grow wings as you fall. I always say this when I see the Fool card. Okay, this means being spontaneous, again, putting yourself out there. And so I feel like there are still some fears in regards to doing that, but I feel like you're starting to overcome those fears. But don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. The Five of Cups is a card of deep emotion, sadness, grief, or just disappointment. And many of you could be feeling that or may feel that during this full moon, because Scorpio is a water sign, lots of deep emotions, but it's also about intuition, right? So outside of maybe you're feeling deep emotions, maybe you may find yourself thinking about somebody who may again have disappointed you, or who you connected with, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason. And you find yourself like reflecting on all the times that things didn't work out for you. Spirit is saying you're not always going to know, you never know what somebody's true intentions are with you. You still have, if you want love, you have to be really willing to take the risk. For those of you who this is regarding an opportunity or like a passion project or something that you want to pursue, you take the good with the bad, right? Sometimes people are going to let you down, and the truth is that no matter what, each and every time you're gonna, when you're encountering a new path, a new project, a new anything, it's gonna require you to take a risk. It's gonna require you to trust over and over and over again, right? Because that's just the cycle. That's just the cycle of life. That's the circle. That's how things are, right? There's gonna always be positive and there's gonna be negative. With that being said, the Temperance card is here, right? So I feel like you're healing yourself from past hurts and past disappointments, and you're learning to find the balance, right? You're learning to take the good with the bad. You're learning to alchemize it, right? So it's kind of like, make lemonade out of lemons, right? Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. So if something didn't go exactly as planned, you work with what you have. And also know, again, this is about moderation, right? So not spending too much time by yourself, not spending too much time around people, finding that balance, right? Good work-life balance too, okay? Not overworking yourself to avoid your emotions, because I feel like some of you, that might be the case as well. But yeah, the Temperance card talks about healing. So I feel like, this, for some of you, this may be pertaining to a desire to heal a connection that, again, disappointed you, or you disappointed the person, but it just didn't turn out how you wanted it. And so with Temperance there, I feel like you could find yourself thinking about this connection. Three of Pentacles came out, and wanting to make amends, wanting to reconcile, wanting to heal a connection. The Three of Pentacles is also about teamwork and shared goals, okay? Collaboration with other people. So I feel like, you might be in a space where if you're working on a project or something and you're starting something new, you might, again, there's a need for you to trust, but also you can't be a one-man army. Okay, so it is going to require you to, connect with other people. And that reminds me of when we opened up the reading, how we were talking about, Spirit saying it's okay for you to connect with the people that you love. Lean on the people who are loyal to you. You don't have to shut them out too. And it could be, the lines could get blurred when you are a starseed or somebody who just has zero tolerance for fake BS and fake vibes. You just don't do that. It could be, there's a very thin line, between isolation and like, what's the other word? And just like, and taking a break from people. Like, you get really comfortable in your solitude. That's what Spirit is saying. Like, you get comfortable with yourself. And I know, Scorpio, you might feel like, beat your chest, like, I can do it all by myself. But you can't, babe. Okay, like, you could do a lot, but there's going to come up a time where you're going to have to open up again. You're going to have to trust again, because you are going to need people to help, to support you. Again, you cannot be a one-man army. And this is the perfect time to lean on those that you love and that you respect, who you know respect and honor you. And for those of you who feel like, oh, I ain't got nobody like that, there ain't nobody in my corner, like all these people done let me down before. No. First of all, you have to release that way of thinking, because that's a mentality, okay? And that's poverty mentality, all right? When you feel like you don't have the support that you need, Spirit wants to remind you that you attract, right, with your thoughts and your words. So be mindful of how you're thinking and how you're speaking. Make sure that your thoughts and your words are in alignment with the desires of your heart. Okay, what are you saying to the universe? Are you saying like, nah, nobody's loyal, you know, they all fake and I can't rely on nobody, I ain't got nobody? Well, guess what? You're not going to have anybody. But when you start switching that around and trusting that God is going to bring you your people or your person with the Lover's card, okay? When it comes to this divine contract, all right, you have to be willing to trust and have faith that God is going to deliver those people to you, like on a silver platter. Like, yeah, this is the person that's going to help you in this next project, whatever it is. You're looking for a camera, a new cameraman. Well, you know what? I'm going to deliver that person to you. But you have to also be open. You have to be willing to be open and vulnerable. And you also have to put yourself out there to connect with people. With the Hermit, yeah, there's that card of being by yourself. Granted, you can know yourself, you know, as deeply as you want to know yourself, but also trust that your intuition and your discernment is going to serve you right. You can trust those things. You don't have to constantly isolate yourself from people. You have to trust that Spirit is going to nudge you when this person or those people are your people. You're going to know, okay? Anything else? Actually, let's clarify. What is that Five of Cups for Scorpio? I don't want this to be too long. Oh, that was a lot of cards. I'm just going to take the ones that are upright, and that's Judgment card. Yes, a decision, and the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, this is regarding love, okay? And this is very much, the Queen of Cups gives me Pisces energy. It also, a hint of Scorpio, but anytime I see the Queen of Cups, I think Pisces, Cancer. And either way, it is a water sign, so it can be any one of the water signs. But I see a lot of water here. I see Temperance, I see Judgment, I see the Queen of Cups, I see the Five of Cups here, which tells me there are a lot of emotions. For those of you who this is regarding a particular person in love, you have a lot of love for this person. And vice versa with the Lover's card there, okay? And this could be a connection that you want to heal with the Judgment card. This is about second chances and forgiveness, as is the Temperance card, okay? The Judgment card is also about a decision to move towards somebody, to offer somebody an apology or a truce, or just to connect with them again, okay? And so I feel like with that Five of Cups, I feel like you don't get stuck on, you know, things that happened in the past. And you know, obviously, unless it was something that was like terrible, okay, that the person did that's just completely unforgivable. And excuse me, everything is forgivable. It doesn't mean that you need to reconnect with the person, okay? But it's important to forgive even the worst of things so that you can release those things and be able to move forward. Because if not, you will always be in this very sad, grieving state, okay? But Spirit is saying if there's something that you want to do and someone who you want to reach out to, a relationship or a connection that you want to heal, that you want to work on, you want to work on something with this person, you want to mend the relationship, reconcile, then Spirit is saying you should move forward and do that, okay? For some of you, this person may be, again, at a distance. This requires like movement, like the person is in another state, in another country, lots of water, traveling might be necessary to get to this person. Eight of Pentacles, this person, you could work with this person, okay? For some of you, this is a situation that involves money, that involves coming together with people, and whether or not you accept an apology from someone who maybe they cheated you out on something, or you just, again, you were disappointed with something, okay? Maybe you felt you got less than what you deserved. But with the Eight of Pentacles, there's a desire here to work something out, right? To mend something, to work on something. And I feel like if this is not your energy, Scorpio, where you're thinking about this person or you're watching this person, then they are thinking and watching you, okay, and trying to figure out how to come in to have this discussion to work. So yeah, they don't want this cycle, this situation to be over. With the World card in the reverse, they're like, no, you know, it's almost like unfinished business, okay? For some of you, that may be just like, hey, let's heal this connection, let's work things out. While others of you, this may actually be like business that you didn't, you know, that you didn't finish, or you felt like this person did you wrong in business, or you know, they come back to right their wrongs. The Five of Pentacles is in the reverse, so this person wants to come back into your life. Again, place yourself where you see fit. If you know that this is you wanting to like resurrect something, come back into somebody else's life and heal a connection. For others of you, this is somebody who wants to come out of the cold, because I feel like Scorpio, you could have just knowing Scorpio energy, this could be very much your energy that say, you know what, I'm going to cut you out of my life. But this person wants to work on this connection with you. They could have lied to you with the Seven of Swords here. They could have cheated you out on something, or they could have just, you feel like they were strategic about something, or they weren't honest with you about something. This could also be with the Seven of Wands here. You're really guarded against this person because you feel like they weren't reliable, they were sneaky. And this is not for all of you, okay? I get the sense that this is for those of you who were working with someone, okay? And this was regarding some sort of agreement or work project, okay, where just something happened and you felt like, yeah, like they shortchanged you. And so now, like when this person comes in with the Nine of Wands here and that Queen of Cups, wanting another chance to heal this connection, another opportunity, I feel like you're really guarded, okay? Just any advice regarding this Seven of Wands, this guarded energy? Any advice regarding this Seven of Swords energy here for Scorpio? Any advice? What is the advice? Thank you. Death. Yeah, that situation, this is you showing up, by the way. Scorpio is like, here I am, made my presence, jumped right into the reading. Because I feel like for Scorpios are like, yo, like do it to me once, that's all you get. Excuse me one second. Scorpio's like, you get one chance to do me wrong. Like, I'm not going to give you another opportunity. But with the seven, with that energy, hang on, let me just clarify. Yeah, the Four of Wands. So I'm going to take it as, you know, this situation here with whoever it was, it does have the potential to be an honest connection, and it can be transformed, because death doesn't, even though it means the end of something, it is, whenever you see death is also the end of one thing is the beginning of another. So that is transformation in and of itself, right? Something is changing. And so I feel like this situation with whoever this is does have the potential to be transformed from what it was. Let me just get one more. Yeah, change. Eight of Wands. I feel like, yeah, so this person comes in and they have changed and they're starting off small. Now, with the Page of Pentacles, you know, this person might be a little immature, or just might not really know how to, just doesn't know how to communicate, you know, maybe is what I'm hearing. Doesn't really know, like, really what to say. They're like tiptoeing around it, but they do want to change this situation. I feel like they do want to make it right. With the Five of Swords, I feel like for many of you, this person, I don't know if you're gonna, it's like Scorpio, it's so hard for Scorpio to forgive. But I feel like there is a genuine apology. Again, for some of you, it might just be that this person sees you like you're making money, like you're about your business. For some of you are just, you know, you're really shining right now, or you're about to be shining. And so this person comes in like with their tail between their legs kind of thing. And hey, look, again, everybody and anybody can change. They have to want to change, okay? So obviously when you go into something, it's okay to be open, but you start over from a place of wisdom, a place of experience, not where you're like being naive and acting like this person never did, what they did in the past, but you choose to move forward. And yes, with every choice like that, it requires you to trust, okay? I am going to leave it there for you, Scorpio. I hope that this resonated for you. I hope it brought you some clarity. If it did, please drop a comment down below and let me know how. Give your girl a like. It helps my channel. Hopefully you will consider subscribing. Hopefully you already have subscribed. In the middle of this reading, you were like, you know what? Subscribe, because like I'm digging this chick. All right. You guys, if you are interested in connecting with me, reaching out to me for personal reading or some sort of collab, if you're interested in following me on Instagram, all of that information is going to be listed in the description box below. I love you all so much. Peace, love, and light.